Sometimes you don't need chiseled abs or a beautiful face to be attractive. Real desire, the kind that lasts, Mark, is a lot more than how he looks. Believe it or not, I've encountered men who don't fit society's mold of handsome, yet they have this undeniable magnetism that effortlessly draws women in. That's because physical appearance is just one piece of the puzzle. While it can catch an initial glance, it's not the secret to keeping someone's attention or sparking that deeper interest. The way you carry yourself, the energy you radiate, and the subtle qualities that uniquely define you often contribute to attraction. This video aims to uncover the hidden signs, the subtle yet telling gestures that a woman finds irresistible about you. If you've observed a woman doing any of the 7 things we'll discuss, it's likely that she finds you irresistibly attractive. One of the most beautiful and subtle signs that she finds something about you undeniably attractive is if she smiles at you without meaning to. This doesn't necessarily mean she's in love with you or thinking about starting a relationship. These kinds of smiles are usually unplanned and natural. They're her way of telling you that she likes you, maybe even unconsciously. Attraction isn't just about looks, it's also about energy. Maybe you walk with confidence, or maybe your calm presence gives off a kind or positive vibe. In particular, women are sensitive and can sense your energy even if you don't speak. If you unintentionally give off the vibe of being friendly or magnetic, that smile is her way of responding to it. What makes unexpected smiles so special is that they are real. People who know what these smiles are like will tell you they're not the polite or awkward kind. They're bigger, warmer, and just a little brighter. See if women smile at you for no apparent reason. They're responding to you. In that moment, her smile tells you what words can't. There's something undeniably attractive about you. 2. She always finds a reason to talk to you, even if it's about the smallest, most random things. When a woman finds a reason to talk to you, no matter how small or pointless, it's often her way of getting closer and making a connection with you. Think about that co-worker who asks you about something that has nothing to do with work, or that friend who never cared about your favorite sports team but now wants to know how last night's game went. She doesn't just engage in casual small talk. It's a strategy to maintain open lines of communication and spend more time in your presence, and she doesn't do this with just anyone. What matters here is the intention. Behind these conversations, women are sneaky, especially when they want to say something but don't want to seem too pushy. She's trying to connect with you to share a moment, but she's probably doing it in a way that feels natural and not forced. It's her way of flirting without being too obvious. That lingering question, that thoughtful comment, and that extra quick chat. Those are her breadcrumbs. Her subtle cues indicate that she perceives a unique quality in you, prompting her to take action. Perhaps it's your confidence, which piques her curiosity and inspires her to learn more. She may be drawn to your kindness, your quiet strength, or perhaps a combination of both. Whatever it is, she's noticed, and now she's finding ways to show you when a woman consistently takes the time to talk to you. It's not random, it's intentional. It's her way of building a bridge by saying, "You've caught my attention." Pay close attention, because in her small, subtle way, she's already telling you that you're undeniably attractive to her. 3. She casually touches you. Have you noticed how during your conversations she seems to find little excuses to reach out and touch you? It could be as simple as a gentle tap on your arm to emphasize her point, a light hand on your shoulder when she's laughing, or even a playful, "When you say goodbye," a pat on the back or other small, seemingly simple actions can say a lot. They might seem casual and unplanned, but they're often a lot more than that. Touch is one of the most personal ways to connect with someone. People connect with each other, and when a woman reaches out to you in this way, she's lowering her walls just enough to make you feel closer. It's important to know that she doesn't do this randomly. These soft touches are her way of testing your boundaries and seeing how comfortable you are with her presence and how open you might be to her attention. Although these interactions may appear effortless, they are intentional. Why would she rest her hand on your arm in the middle of a sentence or brush against your shoulder as she leans in closer? It's her way of making the moment feel personal, a small way to close the distance between you two. And here's the truth. This kind of physical contact doesn't happen with just anyone. It ignites an instant connection. Even in the smallest doses, it builds trust, creates chemistry, and deepens the bond between two people. If she instinctively reaches for you like this, chances are she sees you as more than just another face in the room. She feels safe around you. She's drawn to you. Pay attention to these moments. They may seem fleeting, but they're incredibly revealing. A casual touch might seem small on the surface, but in her language of attraction, it's a loud and clear signal that she finds you captivating and wants to feel just a little closer to you for the fleeting glances. There's something undeniably magical about fleeting glances. They're subtle, silent, and often so brief that they could pass unnoticed unless you're paying attention. If a woman finds herself stealing glances at you, especially when she thinks you're not looking, it's one of the clearest signs that something about you has captivated her. Think about it. Have you ever caught her staring at you more than once, only for her to quickly divert her gaze or pretend to be busy? Those darting looks she gives you over and over aren't a coincidence. She's drawn to you by a natural curiosity she might not even fully understand herself. What's intriguing is the silent dance that unfolds behind this. On the one hand, your confident posture, your unique demeanor, or some other aspect of you captivate her attention. On the other hand, she is hesitant to reveal her attraction, preferring to maintain a sense of mystery by occasionally glancing at you. These quick glances are the heart of modest attraction. They're small but powerful, a quiet way to say, "I see you," without saying a word. What makes them even more captivating is how subtle they are. A lot of men. If you think these momentary glances are just coincidences or random interest, you're wrong. If you pay more attention to the world around you, you'll see that these stolen glances, no matter how short they are, reveal a lot. They hint at her interest, curiosity, and maybe even admiration. When a woman looks at you for even a second too long, it's not random. It's her quiet way of saying that you've caught her attention and maybe even her heart. 5. She recalls specific details from previous conversations. Have you ever been surprised when someone remembered something small you said weeks or even months ago? It could be a passing comment about your favorite soccer team, a book you were excited about, or even your weekend plans. If a woman recalls these details effortlessly, as if they hold significance for her, believe me, it's not a mistake. Think about it. There are so many talks and distractions in people's lives every day, but she remembers your words and the little things you shared with her because they came from you. It's not just a positive memory, it's about what those moments meant to her. Those things stuck with her, not because they were particularly important, but because you are important to her. For example, she might bring up that book and ask if you finished reading it, or she might mention the soccer score and ask what you thought about it. These little things show that she cares about getting to know you and making a connection that feels real and personal. She listens and remembers everything, even normal conversations. When someone pays attention to the little things, it's a quiet but powerful sign of admiration. She's proving that you're more than a number and that what you say matters to her. It's easy to mistake this for friendliness, but take a moment to understand what it really means. This meticulous attention to detail conveys a powerful message. It's her way of saying you're important to me, And I want you to feel that when a woman remembers numbers and revisits the small things, she's holding on to pieces of who you are, making a conscious effort to stay connected. And honestly, isn't that one of the sweetest signs of attraction? Her mind lingers on you even long after the conversation is ended. That's the kind of connection that goes beyond words. She asks for your help. Have you noticed how some women ask for your help with things that, honestly, they could have figured out on their own? Maybe she needed you to grab an item from the top shelf, even though she likely could have asked an employee, or perhaps she wanted your opinion about a product when you're pretty sure she already knew everything about it. What you might not realize is that these moments aren't always about the task itself. Often they're about you asking for help, even in small ways. It can be her way of initiating contact or sparking a conversation while still being subtle. She is making a subtle attempt to establish a deeper connection with you, without overtly revealing her intentions or risking rejection, and this subtle and quiet effort is truly meaningful. If you think about it, she picked you out of everyone else around her. She's crossing that space between you two on purpose to make a connection, no matter how small it may seem on the surface. Why would she ask you in particular? It's likely because you seem confident and approachable, trustworthy, and someone she feels comfortable around. Perhaps there's a deeper attraction between you and her. She is drawn to your vibes, your life force, and your appearance. Even if they're small, these moments are her way of saying, I want to interact with you and share a moment with you. It's easy to brush these off and think, oh, she just needed help. But take a moment to think about the situation and see if she smiles warmly or stays after the favor. If she looks into your eyes a little longer than necessary, that's when you know these aren't just random interactions. They're a chance to connect, even if it's for something more meaningful. A woman often shows interest in a man in subtle ways. By asking for your help, she's making a connection, sharing a moment with you, and feeling your energy up close. The next time this happens, pay attention. It's not always about the favor. It's about the person she's asking it of. She adjusts herself when you're close by. Have you ever walked into a room and noticed a woman subtly fixing her hair, smoothing her clothes, or adjusting her posture? These small movements may not seem like much, but they reveal so much more than you'd think. When a woman takes these tiny steps to adjust herself as you approach, it's often an instinctive response that tells you a lot about how she feels in your presence. Pay attention to the details. Maybe her fingers run through her hair, giving it that perfect touch. She might fix her clothes or move her jewelry around a little, as if she were making sure everything is perfect. These actions aren't usually planned. They happen automatically when someone wants to show you their best self. It's her way of making sure she looks her best. You might notice her. What makes this so attractive is how natural it is. She's not making a big move or a bold statement. Instead, she's letting her body quietly say what you mean to her. It makes her vulnerable, like she's letting you into a small part of her world where looks and impressions suddenly matter more. These little things show that she cares more than you think about how you see her. The real magic is in the repetition. If you notice that she fixes her hair or clothes more often when you're nearby, it's not by accident. Whether you're across the room or just a few feet away, something about your presence is drawing her in. It could be the confidence you exude, the way you carry yourself, or the natural chemistry she feels around you. Whatever it is, your actions are her way of letting you know she's interested. Small changes like tucking her hair behind her ear or subtly moving her necklace around when you're around are strong signs of attraction and admiration. Don't ignore them the next time you see her doing these things. They're her way of saying, I want you to see me, really see me. One of the clearest signs that you've already won her heart is her allure. Seeing these small but strong signs of attraction can help you understand the connections that are happening around you better. Women often show interest in subtle and nuanced ways, which makes it even more important to notice and appreciate these heartfelt actions. For example, remembering little things about you, asking for your help, or adjusting herself when you're nearby are all signs that she really likes and is interested in you. Attraction's beauty lies in how real it is. It's not about big statements, but about the little things that say more than words. When you notice these gestures, take a moment to understand the connection they hold. They're a reminder that you are valued and wanted, not just for how you look, but for who you are. And that is what it means to be truly attractive.